Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence. This is now going to be the third video that I've done today, so I do apologize. I'm not sure if it will actually get out today. So if you see the Master Universe shirt and you're wondering, like, does this guy just wear the same shirt every day? No. I just had some stuff coming from Big Bad Toys. And I also found something earlier. So early in the morning, I was able to find the Jada G.I. Joe Stinger. That was cool. $10. Check out the video. Then Big Bad Toys came in, and I was able to get the Thundercats Tigra. I'm hoping to cool down with this here. I've already gone 44 seconds, and I haven't even mentioned what I'm going to talk about. So anyway, I'm trying to cool down because that video upset me. Because that figure, well, you know what? Go to the video and watch it. Anyway, what I have here is something I've never had before. So you're going to watch me as I open it up. Well, after I open it up, see what it is. And this is the Plunderlings. Now, I have no idea what this is. I've been seeing it on the Foosh. And every time I see these little guys, the Plunderlings, actually, I want one. They're all the same. For the most part, all the same. They have 3 different sizes. I went with the smaller one. It's like $40. It's at a 6-inch scale, but it is not 6 inches. So obviously the other figures are 6-inch scaled. So to scale to be 6 inches, I say it's probably about 4 inches. So this is Captain Teel. He's a the BBTS exclusive, Big Bad Toys exclusive. So here you have his mouth, and you have this window box, and there he is. And on the top, you can see the other 2 heads that he comes with and the hands. The bottom is clearly where the feet are. He's obviously like in some sort of crate. And on the back, you can see what he is and what he comes with. So, pretty cool. A little square box, not what I'm really used to when it comes to action figures. And I'm really interested to see how they look. So, we're going to open it up. Hopefully, this is a better experience than what I got with my Super 7 Ultimate Tigra. Yes, I'm going to say that because I'm very disappointed for $50, but this was $40. These ones are cheaper. I want to say the other ones are $45 and then $60, depending on the sizes. Again, small company. Let's see, does it even say who the company is? Lone Coconut. Interesting name. So anyway, 3 minutes into this. I barely talked about this. Let me open it up. Let's take a look at it. Then you guys can decide if it's something you want to invest in, because I think they're kind of cool looking, but I really don't even have one in hand yet. So, all right, so let's get right into this. Now, obviously, I opened this up so I can take a quick look at it, but you're really looking at this with me. And let me just say, presentation means so much. And right off the bat, after my very disappointing $50 issue with a Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats, let me just say that this, what was it, Lone Coconut, this Plunderling, awesome. Really, really cool. Now you can see him over here. He's about 4 inches tall, but he's built on a 6-inch scale, which means the other figures, there's 2 other types of figures. One stands probably about 6 inches and one's a little bit taller. So first off, we're going to look right at the display here. And what's really cool is you have your packaging. All this comes in it, where his heads are and his hands. The figure standing here is stuff he comes with. Alright, so you open this up, and right through it, it tells you. So I'll read this. Plunderlings. These toys are constructed and hand-painted with great care. Please carefully loosen the joints after unboxing. You may need to apply heat with a hairdryer. We hope playing with these brings you the same joy and happiness we felt while making them. We are extremely grateful to the fans that brought this project to life. For more information, visit plunderlings.com. So this is absolutely cool. You know, again, this is obviously the Plunderling, but what's really cool is they give you these, alright? And I was wondering what the little slits on the box were for, but you can make the Plunderling box. I guess when you put that back in, but he got a Plunderling box, and he's got his little ears. And I'm laughing way too hard and way too much at this little box. And look, I haven't even gotten into the figure yet. So I think this is really cool. I like the way that it's through here. It's not, you know, like Valorverse, I know, sent a paper that talks about what to do, and I think some of the other ones do. I think it's cool how they put it in the back here. You really don't see it to take the figure out, and it's all part of the aesthetics of it. All right, so like I said, I just had Snake Eyes here to reference exactly how tall he is, because obviously if I move Major Blood over here, you'd see he kind of towers over him. And if I took Skeletor, again, boom, way bigger than him. So I can tell you what, these guys look like they could fit in Masters of the Universe. So, Snake Eyes, we're going to get rid of you. I didn't have to heat anything up. Joints were a little stiff. But again, if you've, you know, collected any type of high-end toys, you know that you just kind of have to take your time with them. Moving around, making sure that you don't break them. And if you think that you're going to break the joint, that it's too stiff, then you know, use a hair dryer or drop it in some hot water. Not boiling water, but hot water. So, as you can see, he has pinless elbows right here, but they're not double jointed. But they do get a full 90-degree turn in it, which is nice. He has a couple sets of hands. Unfortunately, now the hands will move up and down, you know, here, let's see, better, right there, right down. So now the only thing that's unfortunate, and this is the aesthetic of it, is when you do pop this out, you kind of see how it's cupped like that. So it does stop it prohibits the maneuverability of it, but it's the aesthetics that you're going for. So I think it's really cool. One hand was a little difficult to get out, but once I got it out once, it was fine. Now the bottom, the knees are not pinless, and they are ratcheted, so you can kind of hear it. But I just kind of took my time bending them, and no issues whatsoever. Due to how big his feet are, his ankle rockers only move up and down so much. But I don't think that's really too big of a deal. He obviously has really big feet, so he's going to stand nice. He does have a thigh swivel right there. No drop down pins, which is perfectly fine by me, and I think this might be too hard to do anyway. He's not going to get a full Russian split, but that's perfectly fine. As for the T-pose, look at that. Nice T-pose. And then he has a nice little rocker style that just kind of spins around. Now, one of the cool things, I think that they said that it's hand-painted. So he has his vest. I guess technically you could take the vest off, because all these Plunderlings are pretty much the same body style from what I could see. This was one that I thought was the neatest. So they just have this little spot in the back for like a backpack, and I believe it has to do with this here. So you pop that on there, and I think it holds his slingshot gun. You know, I didn't even look at what this really was. So anyway, so there was one thing right off the bat that I had noticed. So I popped off the head to see how easy the head comes down. So you have this ball joint here, moves up and down. You get good mobility from it. All right, and then the head obviously still spins around. So I saw and I noticed that there was metal in it, and I really wasn't sure the reason why. And that's when I realized, what a concept. The hat is magnetic. So you can just swap the hat with any of the heads. You don't have to worry about cramming it on there. It fits nice and easy. There's no marks on it. There's no saying, hey, this is the head that needs the hat. You didn't have to mold the hat to a head. This is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love this. So, all right, so quickly, let's look at the heads. So here we have him with his little smile, and big old ears.
Got those big, like, puppy dog eyes, and he's got his little 2 fangs. I mean, honestly, guys, it reminds me of my dog with his little teethers that tend to hang out. Then you have this big grin with, once again, the big old eyes, and he's got the big ears. And again, I love the way that it's painted. You look at the teeth, and I mean, obviously they're all hand painted, it says, so they look super nice. And even the eyes here have like a little mark, I guess a little mark right there. They all seem to. Then you have this one where he's kind of got like an open smile. Again, really nice looking. There is a soft. You can clearly see that it looks like the heads are 2 molds here at least. So they insert the ears. They're not all 1 mold, but they're soft, so they do bend. And then you have your captain's hat. It's got a couple little bones on it. The magnet that just sticks to the top. I absolutely love that. Which one should we go with? We're gonna go with this one because he seems so darn happy. Which I kind of am with this figure for some reason. So his accessories, he comes with his telescope, which unfortunately is a little bent. Seriously, I'm not going to complain. One thing that if you have something that is bent like this, that is a softer plastic, you can heat it up, straighten it, and just kind of put it in the freezer, and it will remold to where it needs to be. Again, I like this. I mean, if this is all really hand painted like they say, it's super cool. And I guess looking here, that's clearly supposed to be the eye. If you're seeing, that's the eye. That's his. So if you see his eye right there, if he was looking through that, you'd be seeing his eye. This is super cool. So here's the other hands. He's got like these fat hands. They look pretty cool. And then he has his slingshot gun, which I haven't even tried putting in his hand, so let's give it a try. And it holds rather nicely, that is for sure here. I think it's super cool. You kind of point it. There's no slingshot on it. I guess you could get a string if you wanted to. And as for this, I guess let's try it and see. Probably should open this before. This sure is not opening that well. But I'll tell you what, this is a box I'll definitely, well, I keep almost all my boxes anyway. So let's see here. So I'm wondering if this just pegs into the vest rather than the actual body. This is what happens when you do something for the first time. So it looks like it just pegs into, I'm not seeing where it would go into the body. So I'm pretty sure, I don't want to ruin this since they did say they took care of it. So let's see here. Is there... It's hard to see. So I'm thinking we get this in the vest. You know what? I'm not really going to play around with it too much. But this is just the hook. So it'll clamp on. This is a wonderful video, isn't it? Yeah, so the clamp, it just clamps on like that. So once I figure out how it goes onto his back and whether or not it goes into the vest only, or if it clips into his back, I'll have to look at that later. You know, I don't want to waste your guys' time. I've already spent here almost 12 minutes on this part of the video. Let me just say, this figure is really cool. Now I'm definitely interested in picking up the other 2 styles and seeing how they are. Again, these are really, almost all the figures are the same. To me, this was kind of like the cutest and the coolest one. So I wanted to try them and see, and look at that. The fact of the hat, wonderful. We're going to wrap this video up because I've taken up 12 minutes of your time here, let alone the rest of the early rant that I did. So let's wrap it up. All right, so here we have it. I took my time between segments of the video here to get it in, and there isn't a peg in his back. It just clips into his vest. So let me just say right off the bat, that's been the most frustrating thing, is getting that peg in there, and it really wasn't all that bad. And it holds on his little slingshot gun. So if you're able to get it into a pose, and I think you probably can a little bit better. Again, if you look, it makes it look like it's his eye. Super cool. Like, I think this thing is absolutely awesome. Again, it's a toy. It's what makes you happy. But this was $40, so I took a gamble. It ended up being smaller than I had originally thought. But I guess I didn't take into consideration that the smaller ones weren't based on 6 inches. So, but I'll tell you what, you look at the paint here and you see, like, it's wonderful around both elbows. They do this like green, which is the same color of the ears. Everything looks, I mean, really nice. You know, his toenails look super sharp. Fingernails, same thing. So, wow, again, I'll tell you, I want to do honest reviews, and wow, this thing's awesome. Like, this is, again, if you saw my previous video, you'll see how disappointed I am. And I mean, very, very disappointed and worried over getting those figures, those G.I. Joe figures that I have ordered, which I'm really thinking about canceling all the stuff of G.I. Joe that's coming out. I'd rather I'd rather invest in the rest of these 3-0 figures rather than the Super 7 G.I. Joe. But anyway, I gotta get off that. It's really bothersome. But anyway, these things are cool. Okay, Plunderlings, they're not going to be for everyone. Not every toy is. But man, there's something really cool about these, and I think I might have to take a look at the other ones, the bigger ones in this series. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here because I'm rambling. I think I've gone on, man, close to 20 minutes now. Nobody needs to see me that much in one day. Probably while I'm single. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel. Hit the bell so you get notified anytime I do a review. Again, I'm going to be very honest. I hope everyone that's doing any type of review is being honest with themselves. I see the shows out there for different companies. And I don't say it's the company that does it, but there's just shows that they absolutely love the product so much that they refuse to say anything negative about it. And I don't even want to say that it's being negative. It's having an honest opinion. If something is broken out of the box, don't be afraid to say that. If something needs to be heated up, which is it's a known thing in this community that sometimes some of the toys and action figures they need to be heated up because of the plastics. It's not that big of a deal. If something's loose, don't be afraid to if you do a review, to say, these legs are loose and I'm very disappointed. Again, and if you're looking at something and you think something is overpriced, then by all means, speak your mind. This was $40. All right? You could go to the store and find a toy roughly around the same size for probably $15. I read that and it says they're all hand painted. It's a small company. But then I look at the articulation. I look at the design of it. I look at the aesthetics of this box, of what they did. All right? Just giving you the little ears. To me, that's saying
you know what? We're going to put a lot into our presentation because we're a small company. We have to charge this much to get these molds out. We're going to hand paint it, but we can do more in our presentation with our boxes. Maybe not everyone's going to keep the box. It's a pretty flimsy box, but when you make it a square, it's really nice. And again, the ears, I mean, that's just something that, like, if I showed like a 4-year-old, if my kids were still 4 or 5, they probably think it's the coolest thing. How I laughed. And you watched the video, you saw me laughing about it. So, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Using, seriously, using the magnet for the head. Honestly, amazing. Why isn't everyone doing it? And, you know, seriously, Valiverse, the next time you come out with Sergeant Slaughter, and we know you're going to have another one, do this, because his hat doesn't stay on. Gung Ho, Hasbro, Gung Ho, I got to push the hat on to keep it on. Put a magnet. I mean, again, you don't see nothing there. It's on the bottom here. And then you can see there. So again, look at that. I can put it on any way I want. Look at that. He can be a thug. You know, he went backwards, you know. Look at that. So, really cool. I really rambled on. I apologize if you're still here, but if you're still here, you know what you were getting into. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I think this will be the last video of the night. I guess if you see another Master of the Universe in my next video, you'll know he was just bored and started doing more stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Again, follow me on Instagram, A Punk With Toys. Like the video. Follow the channel. Ring the bell. Do all those little cool little things. But I'm out of here. Have a great night. And once again, happy toy hunting.